Hello friends, how are you? Today we are talking to one very talented, very brilliant, very energetic author, Ms. Sanam Mirpuri. Ma'am, say hi to all the audience.
Hi.
So today's interview is again going to be a part of our butterfly series interviews where we talk to our authors, we understand their journey, we try to understand their feelings, their future plans. If they have any tips and techniques for all the upcoming authors, budding authors, then obviously we try to take that knowledge from the author. So obviously these are the interviews more from the learning perspectives. So we will be talking to Sanam Mirpuri ma'am, and obviously we will be learning from her. So to begin with, let me show her book to you. Ma'am,
Yes.
Hair and Beauty Miracles, 21 Days, New You. This is the beautiful book. So I will introduce Sanam ma'am a bit. I have very limited information about it, about her in my hand. I'm sure she has many things to add to it. She is basically a jewelry designer where she has spent around 20 plus years. She has designed all types of jewelries. She has traveled entire world and she is familiar with many languages. She is familiar with many cultures, many cuisines. And then obviously she likes to share the information to people. Then from last almost 4 years, she is into beauty treatment, where she has formed one company, Hair and Beauty Miracle, which is into hair treatment, skin treatment, beauty treatment, where Sanam ma'am has invented her own products with great research. Those products are phenomenal and those are fabulous. So obviously she has come out with those products which can give you miraculous results. So she's here with those products and she has a huge list of testimonials where people have used those products and they have got fantastic results. So she will be talking about her products, her secrets, her patented technology. And please welcome Sanam ma'am so that we can spend around 30-40 minutes with her and we will try to know her better more. So
Thank
Sanam
you,
ma'am,
Deepak.
thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule. We welcome you.
Thank you, Deepak sir. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. And
Please
yes,
add to it. Please add to it if I have missed anything.
no, you've quite well covered it. That I can say a little bit more about the what you said was right. That 20 years, more than 20 years, I was a jewelry designer. I have been a jewelry designer. So, but when I myself went for a highlighting treatment, and I had dry hair, and the scalp was I was losing hair very fast, and the scalp was bleeding. So all these things was at a place where I was totally foxed what to do now. And then I don't know, I feel it's part of a calling because everything just went on falling in place. So you can say that what I was creating, and I went on improving on it, adding ingredients, removing ingredients, it all just it happened like a dream. So I sometimes say that if that dialogue is there, that कायनात किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात जुड़ जाती है. So I would like to say that कायनात doesn't judify only for Shah Rukh Khan. For
Exactly.
any of us, yes, any of us who puts our mind in one direction and gives it our all, things fall into place. We meet the right people. Just everything just happens like a Tetris, it falls into place. It's unbelievable, but it does.
Great. So can you tell us more about your book? What exactly you have covered in this book? What you have tried to given to the audience? What exactly this book is all about?
So this book is an extension of my company, which is also called Hair and Beauty Miracles. So what happened is that the full journey, what I learned on that journey, what I observed, the help I was able to extend to my clients, the results they were getting. So all this made me want to present it and put it in one place. because of course when on this journey I have met people, I have treated people as young as 13. And this girl, she is a Sardarni girl, and she had dandruff issues for
Okay.
the simple reason of she was washing her hair at a wrong intervals, and she was totally foxed. The next thing would have happened, they would have gone to a dermatologist wondering what to do with the dandruff. So small things would become big unnecessarily, and there would be a lot of um, like she would probably not even reach there where she had to reach. Like get healthy hair would probably, healthy scalp would not happen because this. Then I met I have treated a boy who's 22-year-old in Chicago. So they had given up that this is hereditary, although he doesn't have a father. So they put it squarely on the mama, that the uncle doesn't have hair, so he's gone on the uncle. And with our treatment, he quickly regrew his hair. And in a place like Chicago, where they don't have access to the herbs and all that we have, I'm able to pack it up and give it to someone and put it into a easy routine where they spend only about 3 minutes on hair care every time prior to washing their hair. So I felt it's the need of the hour, because between all these wrong products, procedures, and so many damaging things that are available, advertised, and heavily advertised, in fact, we can't
Harsh
even watch.
chemicals, wrong chemicals.
Yeah. So what is happening is that the wrong information is very loud. I call it the devil's advertisement. It is very
Hmm.
loud. And so even if my voice is a squeak, I wanted it to be the reason for writing the book was to put it in one place. And then because obviously one person can't even transfer so much information even to one human being. So we had to compile it. And now it's available to whoever, whenever, at their own time, across time zones. So much benefit. And many people would say nowadays that why a book, there are so many YouTube tutorials and so much free information flying around and all. But I feel that if we get the information in bits and pieces and we get it mixed up with wrong information and at the wrong time, we will just never come out of our hair and skin issues. So it is
Right.
very important that one person tells you everything about how to manage your health, how to manage the diet, how to understand what is good hair, and how it can be spoiled, when it is spoiled, how to repair it. So and then also another thing happens is the same person will be facing different hair issues along their lifespan, right? If we take
Correct.
a girl, let's take a young girl or female or whatever. So PCOD, she may start with PCODs. Next thing, later on when she's joining an office or studying a lot for her degrees or something, and she neglects herself with an undernourished diet, probably in engineering, medical, wherever. And then so again she will have some hair issues because of the stress and not eating a proper diet. The same person will go into pregnancy and all that later. The same person will go through the temptation of straightening the hair, blow drying it, and all that. The same person will again reach to menopause. So I'm saying that the people can have good hair throughout their life.
Hmm.
So that is the reason for the book, and that is what my book is all about. It's like a comprehensive guide.
Hmm.
Once you have this book and you understand for yourself, it's to make each and every person their own skin and hair expert.
Wow.
You know,
So this idea of writing a book, since when you had this idea?
writing a book for my company
Exactly.
was about 2 years back.
Okay.
Two
And
years,
then
and then
how many days you took to write?
oh, that was very long because of the medical emergency at home and everything. But if I was trying, it took me 1.5 years since I signed up with you, with Superfast Author. But actually, I think the writing, editing, and all that, it took me particularly 9 months, which is very long, but it was needed for me.
So how was the whole writing journey? Could you share your experience with us? How did you
Yes,
feel?
I first of all, when I had gone to the Superfast Author Seminar, I had been to few other seminars before, and I always looked admiringly at other authors' books and wonder how they could do it. And many a times I would turn the book and probably take a screenshot of the publication and try to contact them. But I never felt confident enough that I will be able to do a book with that that set of a group of people or something. But here there was a lot of enthusiasm and there was a lot of belief, and you all transferred the belief that, in fact, you all multiplied the belief that I had in myself,
Oh,
that
thank
I could do a book. It got multiplied, like, okay, if someone else believes in me also, then yes, like when you all validated the points, first when you are exchanging the points and all, it's vague, it's a bit fluid. But
you.
yeah, so when you all gave it a resounding that yes, this sounds good, this could be good and everything, it increased my confidence in myself also.
Wow. So, did you learn anything new during your book writing journey? Did you evolve as a person?
Everything new, everything was new. I realized that like I constantly had to keep strengthening my wings, because one side, being at the age that I am and having done my full career, it is probably time people would say to retire. But for me, it was like taking baby steps in this startup and starting anew, afresh. So as we know, today's world is totally technology based. So over there were many hiccups for me, and I kept learning. And the good thing was that I was already learning when I had made the startup, when I had started on that journey. So I had learned quite a bit about the social media and working my way around apps and all. So this was one thing that was really for me challenging all the time. And I developed kind of a confidence now. Now I know if anyone can, I can.
Ah, of
So
course.
I am not scared to take up a commitment. Before, maybe I was commitment phobic to, to commit that, yes, I will do this and all that. But now I have more belief in myself. I'm more confident. And yeah, that's what I learned.
Okay, cool. So, when you started writing your book, or maybe you had finished a chapter or two, and when you announced it to your family, or maybe you announced it to your close friends or close relatives that yes, I am writing a book, I am authoring a book, what was their
Yes.
reaction?
So yes, they would always be encouraging. Many people were encouraging, and some people were like shocked, like, oh yeah, you are going to write a book, but they wouldn't say it in words, but from the vibe that you get, like, wow. And in fact, while I was saying it also, in the initial stages, I used to myself also, there was a voice in my head, like, when, like,
Mhm.
like I was, before they will ask me when it will be ready, I would also ask myself. And yes, it is, the last stages go very fast. But so the initially 7 months and all, when you are still, like for me, it took longer. So, yes, it took a while before I could also, and I did not remember in the program when you all said to make the account and ask for bookings.
Hmm.
So I'm lucky that I did not do that, because I didn't feel the confidence and the thing that in 1 month I could do it. Although I have seen so many of your authors who have been able to do it so beautifully. In fact, from our same batch,
Exactly.
they, they went forward very fast. But so yeah, that's it. So yes, so many of, in fact, my mother was the most excited, and she would
Wow.
always, whenever I would talk about the book, she would say, oh, then I'm going to become famous. I'm like, wait, no, please. She's still, whenever
Mother of the
there's
author.
anything, yeah,
Mother of the author.
She said, they are going to ask, no, whose daughter is she? I said, no, nobody asked whose daughter. But anyway, she really gets very excited. Anything to do wherever she feels that, yes, I'm going a milestone forward. She says, okay, I'll become famous.
Like, cool, cool, cool. And now when your book is out, when your book is launched, you have even become Amazon #1 best-selling author. So
Right.
do you see any difference? The people look at you, or people treat you that pre your book they were treating you in one way, and now when your book is out and you are a best-selling author, now they look at you differently. Do you feel anything has changed around you?
Yeah, the only thing is that now in COVID, we are not meeting many people, but yes, across the phones, messages, WhatsApps, all this that goes on, definitely, like I am seen now as an authority on the subject. And like if I'm saying something means it's backed by research, and like it's my word has more weight, definitely. And yes, and also the same thing that like you seem you come across as a person who's in it for the long run. Like your commitment, it shows that you are more committed, and that you are an expert on the topic. And as a company, it's a branding tool. Like, and now I also feel very confident, like when anyone is shaky about their hair journey or wondering and has too many questions. Before, I used to tell them, check out the website, but now the book is more specific. So I tell them that, get the book, it's going to help you, and it's going to be like a bedside thing all life. No hair and skin issues if you have this knowledge with you.
For you, for your entire family, and for your all upcoming generations, this is going to be a great guide.
Yeah, I look at it like that, and I think it is working like that for people who are
Wow.
looking into it.
So now when you have become an author, do you recommend book writing to people, that people should write a book, or this is just one idea?
No, I 100% feel that if someone feels has a passion, or has already has knowledge, or has the passion to find out more, because you need to dedicate yourself. And a book is very, very valid in spite of all the social media and everything, because today they are saying people's attention span is only a few seconds and few minutes. So even the most expert on any topic is not able to give you much information of value. And then those nobody goes back on your Instagram reels or something to find out anything of of any true meaning. So if the information is going to come in bits and snatches, how is it going to help? It's
Exactly.
just like if someone has to read the Bhagavad Gita, or just hear throughout their life, they will hear 25 or 30 shlokas without knowing the meaning, without knowing how to pronounce it properly, without seeing how it is relevant to today's life. So that's the same way. Snatches of information cannot compare with having a complete book. Definitely, I'd recommend people, if you have good knowledge on any one topic, or you have the passion to find out, or you are in a space in life where that information is more available to you, please bring it out. I look at it, this is the reason why I wrote my book, because my spiritual teachers uh, motto is that maximum happiness for maximum people for the maximum time. So I think a book does match up to that, because many people can read it and they have it in their hand, it's not disappearing. And it can give them benefits for a long time. So I feel book is really valid. We should not say that who reads a book, because this world is too wide and we don't need the whole world to read our book. If a select audience that we know who can benefit from what we have written, then it's enough.
So from the author's perspective, once you write your book, once you publish your book, what added advantages or what benefits we can expect from the book, apart from the money what we will be getting after selling those books? What are the other benefits we can expect?
Like I said, because first of all, it creates a standing, and I become an authority, and as I said, it's a branding tool. So because even though I have written the book, but I cannot these serums and all are not in the book, right? We talk about them, but to get them, then they have to come back to me, and which is the only way I know how to get them out of the hair issue. Because without anything, without the product, we can't really repair the problems, right? So for that, they have to come back to me. So that is the benefit in a way, but actually I'm not looking at totally as a benefit or anything. My thing is that more and more people should know about it, and of course, as an individual, it's not possible for one person to reach out to people. So the book, I'm looking at the book as a via media to reach out to more people. So when my friends and all, they find it, or anybody who wants to recommend me, they find it easier to tell them, okay, she's the author of this book, and why don't you get the book?
No, the question was, if someone is deciding or someone is thinking about writing a book, what
Right.
message you will give him, that what are the added advantage of writing a book? What benefits he will get after writing a book?
They will know more about the topic. However, if they are true to the subject, they will keep learning more and more about it,
Obviously.
and they will meet people who are on the similar journey. Obviously,
Correct.
they will meet experts. They will go on meeting different experts, right? And then one to one, when they will meet people, like, to write a book, you meet people who need that, and the other people who already have it, right?
Great.
So one side you are learning, and other side you are sharing.
Great. Great.
And I think that's a very important part of being a human, because sharing is
Sharing is caring.
yes.
Okay.
And what other way? And it will be such a sad thing that if a whole generation takes away what they knew, and they just go to the grave, and there's a big gap in the middle.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you feel, and plus also what happens is that once you have shared, you have emptied yourself out, you keep learning, you keep learning. Knowledge is never ending, and it will also, you will learn a lot in the way, and you will share a lot, and that makes you fulfilled. Even if there's not a rupee coming back, it makes you more fulfilled in life.
It gives you a different level of satisfaction.
Yes, yes, it
Okay.
does.
So those who are writing their book, those who are in the middle of their writing journey, or those who are about to start the book, do you have any tips for them? Any advice for them?
Yeah, my simple advice is that whatever the super fast author, Mr. Deepak Parvat and Mr. Kailash Pinjani, whatever they are guiding you, just follow it to the T, and you'll be good. Because I know one thing, my book would not have been able to be released, and even if a book would have come out, it would not have been of this high quality standard and the level that it came to. I was most satisfied with the support that I got throughout the journey. And in fact,
Okay.
when I say it took a long time, that means I needed more help. So whereas they could have attended to maybe 6 authors in that same time, they had the patience to like handhold me out of each issue that I had, in whatever help I needed. I would sometimes, I wouldn't even be able to word what was my problem, but in conversation it would come out, okay, this is how the terminology, and this is what I'm facing, and this will get me out of it. So it's very once you have entrusted the job to the super fast author, it will get done. No worries.
Okay, great. So do you think that having a mentor or someone who is holding your hand is very, very essential?
Yes, 100%. Because in like I said, we may come out with something which is half baked, not properly polished or anything, and there will be no one to even to guide us. Like, for example, starting from the first thing where I was told that how many thousand words should be in a book. That already simplified it so much. And then I had to choose how many topics. And then, so how much space was I going to dedicate to any given topic? So sometimes I that's when I realized at one point of time that one topic I could have had 4 chapters. It was 4 chapters long, so how much time would continuously be wasted because I was going off deep into the jungles of one topic, whereas I needed to come back and be with all the topics, to give equal justice to all the topics. So
Right.
these small things, so much time could have been wasted if I did not have this guideline that, that how many words am I supposed to give to every chapter. So this, and those meetings that we had, what do you call them, those author meetings?
Accountability calls.
Yes, accountability calls was, how it helped me was that at one side you were answering the questions of people who are nearing completion. Okay. And they were nearing completion, so then this thick information goes on gathering, and then so when I actually come across that problem or that thing, I know that I will get the answer from you if I have not worked it out myself. Then again, whoever, everyone is at a different stage, and then some people much later, but at some people are a little, they haven't reached where you have reached, and that time you feel good also that, okay, that this is nearing to somewhere and something is shaping out.
Right. So now my last question. Now, when your book is out, it has become bestseller, it is available globally on Amazon. Many people have bought it. So what is next? What are your next plans?
I'm committed to hair and beauty miracles for life, I think now. It's so it would be newer products, of course, I will be creating along the way, and meeting more people, hel- uh, helping to treat more problems and everything. It's a never ending job, it's a big job. A lot of work has to be done in this, because as I said, the advertising of the wrong products and wrong procedure is very loud. So to be able to project what we are saying, it's a lot of work. So that continues. And on the fun side of it, I have a small dream, that which of course it's been quite delayed because of the COVID and all. I was planning to go on a world cruise where I meet all the people who have been using my products, and now it would be the readers also. And
Wow.
I wanted to personally meet everybody on the journey, and it would be another thing altogether. So now I think that gets delayed by 2 or 3 years because cruising has been stopped, kind of.
Right, right.
But that is my dream.
Wow.
That
Very
is my
well put together. So thank you very much, ma'am, for a wonderful time.
yes,
Here we are at the end of this formal, informal, whatever you want to call formal interview, where
yes.
we have tried to learn a lot from your side. So thank you very much, ma'am, for your time. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you for sharing your future plans with us. We are all excited. We wish all the very, very best to you so that all your dreams come true. And this is where we end this program. So do you want to speak anything, or I should just close it? Do you have any final messages?
Actually, I have lost the volume. So anyway, I'll just no. It's just that I want to say that everyone, please, like, we will have to transcend. Oh God, sorry. We'll have to transcend, and when we say transcend, I mean end the trance. So it will take more effort than to just go with the flow. Like, yes, so if everyone is swimming downwards, is the easiest thing. You'll get pushed there without any effort. But to swim upriver, that is when we have to be more aware, alert, and understand. So before mindlessly just going for any hair treatment or skin treatment, which will give you short term results and long term damage, and that damage of chemicals can be it can be repaired, but sometimes it's difficult, and it may put someone in a very inconvenient place, like what they say, between a hard spot and a rock, you know.
Right.
So be kind to yourself, and your body is your gift. And so take care of it in that way. And nature is really plentiful, bountiful. We don't need to depend on any chemicals or anything to retain and our hair and beauty, you know. So we don't need any external chemicals and all that.
Wow. So here we come to the end part. So thank you very much for your time, ma'am. Thank you for lovely sharing. God bless you. And
Thank you, thank you, thank you
here,
very much.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Here we end this today's session. Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Okay.